Alright, so here's the next lawnmower we're going to be working on. Other than needing a carburetor diaphragm and a general service, there's nothing wrong with this. This was actually the personal mower that I had used at the rental house that I had 3 or 4 years ago. Without further ado, let's get started with this. We're going to pull the air filter, the gas tank with the carburetor off. We're going to check the plug, gap it, and we're going to change the oil. Pulling the ignition still, if you like to see that. Alright. There's that spring. See you guys at the bench. So we're going to be replacing this diaphragm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. So we're going to pull all these off. There we have that. Not horrible, but could definitely be replaced. I'm going to dump out what gas is left in here because it's all dirty. I'm also going to clean this out too with some carb spray, just so we don't have any other debris issues, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I emptied all the fuel out, cleaned up right there. Grab our new diaphragm. Just like that. New paper gasket. And then on the carburetor, I'll pull the inlet screen off, as well as a spring. I'm going to shoot some carb spray into here and into here really fast. Clean that out. New screen on the bottom. A new diaphragm spring. Like the gaskets. Here we have that. I have this thing on the lowest setting. Carburetor is good. Now I just have to service the air filter and drain a little bit of oil. So here's the air filter. Just going to use a little bit of oil, not much, and squeeze it together. Let it saturate. That's how these things filter all the crap out of the air. There we go. We're just going to make sure that this O-ring is still here, and it is. We're going to reinstall the carburetor and gas tank. Now for the record, I am going to replace the pull cord on this thing too. It's pretty worn. So one bolt here. Alright, so for these, pull the cord all the way out. Line it up about straight like that. Doesn't need to be tight, just enough to keep it locked in place. So we're going to just pull that out like that. Knot off. So here we have the rope and the handle. New rope. Just gonna feed this back in, just like this. Same thing with the handle. Perfect. All right, so I had to break out the angle grinder just to put a little nip in there so I can get the other half of this bolt out that broke off. So you guys can see, just enough to get a flathead screwdriver on it. Pulled it right out. No biggie. So now we're just gonna throw the brake coil back on. I've already got a new bolt for it, straight out of the Horde. That's good. SparkPlug back on, boot. Change it. Looks like we've got some water in there. That's not good. I'll just let it drain for a little bit. All right, 20 ounces of nice clean oil. All right, so I just checked the oil, but I'll show you guys. It's right where it should be. You can see it better on this side. So that's good, I'm happy. All right, got my third hand in place. So after I get this thing started, I'm gonna let it run for 10 or 15 minutes, which is standard practice for any lawnmower I'm about to sell, just to make sure everything's working good. And then I cold start them, a few hours later or the next morning, one of the two. So let's go ahead and prime it. There's the first one, 2, 3. Runs pretty good. Might have to adjust the governor down just a little bit. I tried adjusting the carb spring here. It's currently back all the way. Random cattage, of course. I've got the other 3 in the back of the truck already. You guys will see those videos eventually. But what I've got here is we had a little bit of a leak going on. So I'm just going to throw this valve cover back on, and it's a valve spring cover actually. Hopefully we won't have any more issues with this leaking. It was leaking out of the side here and just getting all over the place. It's been doing that for a while. I just haven't gotten around to fixing it. And I also adjusted the RPMs down. I'll start it up for you guys in a minute. All right, so we're gonna let it run for a little bit, then we're gonna do a leak check. Seems to like to leak once the oil's all warmed up. Perfectly dry, no issues there. I think there's a little bit showing right around here, but that's all residual and I didn't wipe it all away apparently. When it was leaking, I mean, it was leaking quite a bit more than that. There was a bunch of oil that had come down here, and that was only after like 10 minutes of running. I knew it was leaking before, I just didn't know that it was leaking out of this, so who knows. But anyways, it's ready to go, ready for its new owner. I've already been getting a ton of messages on all these that I just put up, so